But this whole ridiculous boat that is the sailboat that's on its way to Gaza that has Greta Thunberg on it and a bunch of other
Flotilla?
yes, the
It's like,
Maldine or whatever it is,
when
Madeline.
you say flotilla, I feel like that's something that you eat in a restaurant.
Like a Mexican restaurant.
Right. I'll have the
Yeah.
flotilla and with extra queso. Thanks. Like what? It just sounds weird, doesn't it?
It so does sound like
The
that.
flotilla special. It's $19.99 today.
And forever, like I kept seeing, okay, they're going to Gaza, they're taking humanitarian aid. The
Right.
boat is big enough to hold like enough food for those clowns to eat, not to go provide aid to millions of people. But this is what they were doing. It's all for show. They were basically like, let's do this for the gram, essentially. And it was taking them forever. I was like, they keep talking about going. Why aren't they actually gonna go? Just go already and be done with it. Well, they were nearing Gaza, and Israel Ministry of Defense was like, we're not allowing them to land. That's freaking crazy. They will be arrested, and their whatever humanitarian aid they do have will be dispersed appropriately through the appropriate humanitarian aid channels. And these clowns are going to get shipped back to their home countries, wherever they may be.
But why?
So
why can't they just let them? Why can't they let them land?
Because then they end up being, it just allows them to control the narrative, because then they allow them to be maybe taken hostage, to be maybe harm to come to them, to get in the way of what IDF is trying to do, which is control the situation. And when you have these losers try to break through barriers, and it's just nonsense that they don't need to deal with.
What would be terrible about them being taken hostage?
Nothing. I would love that.
That's the thing. I mean, that's why I think that they should just let everything just happen organically. I don't know why would we stop this? If they want to go there, let them go there. Free will, baby. Let them go. Let them end up there. If they get taken hostage, I'm sorry. I don't care. You chose to do that. So I don't know why anybody's stopping this. If Greta Thunberg wants to end up there, and she wants to go, wear the scarf and be humanitarian, whatever, let her go. And if she gets abducted, well then, FAFO, lady. Right. That's what happens. And then maybe Theo Von will look at that and be like, wait a second. The Theo Vons of the world will look at, maybe their opinion will change about what's actually happening over there. That's how I feel about it.
I think that there were probably too many unknown variables that could have twisted a narrative into something that they just did not want to have to deal with. I mean, I totally agree with you. I would love for her to be taken hostage. Not that I condone violence on this show.
I mean, this is the thing. It's like, well, of course there's unknown variables when you're dealing with terrorists.
Right.
Hello. It's just, I don't know why. Just let them be. Let them be.
And probably because the IDF forces they do actually care about humans, and then they would have felt a responsibility to take care of these losers, and they just didn't want to have to deal with any of it. Apparently Greta had pre-recorded a message that would be sent through her people, that if they lost communications with this flotilla, the message from Greta would automatically be released. And that is what happened. Here she is complaining about being kidnapped.
Greta Thunberg, and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
Okay. All right.
Sweden should just say no. I mean, they're gonna send her home anyway, but like if they could just throw her in a jail cell, Sweden should just be like, well, I mean, that's where she decided she wanted to go.
They won't, though. This is the thing. This is like free will. They should just let things happen with this chick. She's such a grifter.
God, she's awful. She's such an awful little troll of a person.
Yeah, I just want to know who's paying this broad.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's
master. Who is it?
There's definitely organization behind this, and I'm sure that the money could be traced somehow. That's a great point.
Yeah.
We will see too some what it looked like in some ways when IDF kind of intercepted their ship in just a second. But first, we want to remind you to drink your blackout coffee.
Oh my
These are the
God.
kinds of days when you really need it, you guys.
This is cup 3, you guys. This is number 3.
Well, and it, the coffee taste is very bold. It's strong. It makes no apologies. And it's just like the company itself. They stand by their conservative values. It's why we love them. Not to mention the fact that they have all the yummiest flavors. And they even they've got a whole bunch of different gift bundles that you can get. So if you're scrambling still for Father's Day, despite the fact that we've given you a bazillion ideas, if you're still scrambling, there's still time to get yourself one of the gift bundles. You can either do one that includes like some really cool t-shirts and merch and coffee, or you can do like a cocoa and t-shirt one. And their t-shirts are super cool anyway. So lots of really great merch, lots of really great flavors. Or if you just like the regular stuff, they've got that too. Whether you want grounds, beans, whether you want the K-cups, they've got it all. You can check out blackoutcoffee.com/chicks and then use code chicks at checkout for 20% off your first order. blackoutcoffee.com/chicks. Do it. So right when they were intercepted, apparently Greta and all of her ridiculous friends threw their phones into the water. It's almost like they didn't want them to see where the money was coming from, which just added to the pollution in the Mediterranean Sea, which she's supposed to be against, right? Because she used to be climate girl.
Yeah, used to be, until this became more profitable for her. She's just a freaking grifter.
Oh, she's awful.
Such a little hag, man.
Just the worst. And then IDF even proceeded to pass out sandwiches, waters. They tweeted, the Israel Foreign Ministry said all the passengers of the selfie yacht, which is what they're calling it, are safe and unharmed. They were provided with sandwiches and water. Show is over, which I love. That's what they're calling it, is a show. And then they released a broader statement saying that the passengers are expected to return to their home countries, while Greta and others attempted to stage a media provocation whose sole purpose was to gain publicity, and which included less than a single truckload of actual aid. More than 1,200 aid trucks have entered Gaza from Israel within the past 2 weeks. And in addition, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has distributed close to 11 million meals directly to civilians in Gaza. There are ways to deliver the aid. They do not involve Instagram selfies. The tiny amount of aid that was on the yacht and not consumed by the celebrities will be transferred to Gaza through real humanitarian channels.
Yeah.
God, I hate her.
I know. What's going to be next? What's she going to do next? She's probably going to go to LA and start participating in the riots.
Probably. She'll be all like immigrant focused.
What's the next thing?
It's gonna,
yeah, it'll be illegal immigration. She's going to go from one thing to the next. This is what this chick does.